It's Sister Day over here. We've got Beki and Jenny, and we are going to have a blast today. Still riding the coattails of St. Patrick's Day with our Lucky Charms design kit and product materials that go around that theme. And but before we get going, I wanted to point out that we are doing 10% off beading design kits. It's a use coupon code BUY KIT to get that discount. And we have a brand new kit launching today that is for the Great Bead Extravaganza Spring Fling coming up next month. It's gorgeous. It is a Holland Tulips themed kit. And you can get 10% off right off the bat by using this particular coupon code. Let me pop this down so that we can see our friends. And let me also go over to comments. Hi, everybody. I tried to move them together, but StreamYard's not letting me because they're sisters. I love that. Sisters who make together. That's like my dream come true. I wish I had a sister.
Well, maybe we can adopt you.
Yeah, might be your
adopting sisters. We have adopting sisters on our late night.
We've been doing that lately.
Actually, yeah, this week we have an adopted sister. It's a surprise.
I was so glad when I had two daughters that were they're 17 months apart. I was not glad in the moment because they were a handful. They were babies. It was really tough, but once we got going, I've been so grateful they have each other. It's just like one of those really beautiful relationships that is.
We always had somebody to play with, but we always had somebody to fight with as well.
Yes. So, that's the part that's a little more confusing for me as mostly only child. I'm like, why are you doing that to each other? You know, just the subtle little boop, boop.
we know what bugs the other person, and so like as adults we just have tried to avoid that now.
Yeah,
when we're little,
boundaries,
we push buttons, you know.
I'm looking forward to that stage where they're just friends and they really know each other well enough that they're not poking at each other. I'm gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
One thing that helped with us was doing stuff together, like the beading, or we did painting together, and it brought us closer together, you know.
It helped us to transition from the competing, because we're only a year and a half apart, minus 1 day, so like really close to the age competition your daughters. And so we were really super competitive, and so we were always comparing. We were always trying not to be like each other, or trying to do things first, or trying to do things better. And it wasn't until like 6 years ago that we started painting together, and we recognized that that was one of the things about our relationship that we didn't like. And it taught us to look at each other's art and not think about how we did in comparison to each other, but more find what we saw that was beautiful in each other's art. And that has transitioned, but Beki is living the dream, because like a year ago, I finally started making jewelry with her. So it's actually been almost exactly 1 year.
That's awesome. Beki, thank you for pulling Jenny in. I have been talking about this since COVID, I'm pretty sure. And do you guys live near each other?
About 3 hours away.
Yeah.
So it's not, we don't see each other every day. But it's near enough that Jenny can like drive down on a Thursday, stay a few days. It's that time. It's that time. Yeah. Stay a few days and then drive home. And so it's easier for us to visit than if we were on opposite sides of the country, or even on different countries.
Yeah.
I just got back 2 days ago from a visit to Beki's. So
awesome. But what I've been saying for years is sometimes our family lives far away, you know, even 3 hours, like it's cumbersome. So if you have something to connect you that you're doing together regularly, even if it's through a screen, it makes a huge difference.
And that's what we were doing. We would get on Zoom and paint together. Like once a week, we'd have our sister art date. once a week we'd get together, we'd paint, and then, you know, it morphed into this.
And now we interact even more than that. Like we're getting it's over the course of the last few years. So everybody sees our relationship now and they're like, oh, it's so amazing. I wish that I had that. Like, we didn't have this 5 years ago.
We worked on it. We worked on it.
We made the choice to be creative together and to spend time together and to lift each other up in what we're creating. That's why I didn't make my own channel when I started beading. I thought about it because I like to advocate for metal information and things like that. So I kind of had a vision for where I wanted to go. But Becky needed some help on her channel, and it was a tough time, and I stepped in, and I've kept going. Mute just a moment.
That's awesome. Hey, everybody out there, think of your sister or your cousin, or maybe it's a grandchild, you know, maybe it's a parent. Think of somebody that you can maybe bead with. Think about it. And maybe it's not beading. Maybe it is painting, or maybe it's scrapbooking. Maybe it's ancestry. You know, there's so many different things that interest us that we can have in common that we can do through a screen from far away. Sometimes I think phone calls are nice because you catch up on all the little details, but there's nothing better than like sitting down and making something or doing something together and creating those memories, and then having something at the end that reminds you of that moment too. So think of who that is for you. If you want to put it into the comments, I'd love to hear. If not, maybe reach out to that person and see if you can set up a time that works for both of you to be able to do something together that makes sense for the two of you. But I love that. I love seeing family be able to connect in this way. It's so beautiful. And I see Mary already put one up. I love it.
I have to say, Sarah, too, like the Softflex kits were one of the first things that I gave and bought to Jenny for Jenny so that she could get started. I gave her like a bunch of the Softflex wire that I had in my stash and all sorts of things. One of the first like challenge things that we did was last year.
I have, and she gave it to me with Softflex crimps.
Yeah.
Last year we got the Tucson kits, and
the goodie bags.
You know, we swapped the goodie bags, made stuff for each other, and it was some of the first things that Jenny had ever made. Like for me, and they were gorgeous. Of course, because she's talented. But yeah, so y'all are a big part of us being together.
I love that. Yeah, since the beginning of the kits, I always envisioned that someone could open it and use it, even if they had never made jewelry before. So I love hearing like a full circle moment where that actually happened. Because it is kind of the goal. Like I want them to be available to someone who's made jewelry for many years, but I think having that little door opening for someone to try something new is just so nice. And that's definitely where the kits fit in, and it's beautiful. Really cool. Well, you guys have, speaking of kits, you have the Lucky Charms design kit, I think, out on your mats. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to add in your bead mats so we can see what you've got going.
Shout out to Mom.
And you guys sent us an extra one of the bead mixes too. So we've got more beads to play with on this.
Is your mom in the comments too? I love it.
Her mom is out there. Yeah.
I love it.
Mom.
I said Grandma.
In my kit, but then
very, very cute. Okay, so how would you like to do this? Would you like to go one screen at a time and flip back and forth like Kristen and I do?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, whose screen should I go to first?
I don't know if
Becky has they have an idea simmering.
I do have ideas simmering. I'm actually
okay, because I have
kind of working on that.
Trying to see if it's going to work out before I start like instructing. So
okay, let's go to Becky first, and then we'll come over to you next. Okay, Jenny?
Yes.
Awesome. So this is Becky's. No, this is Jenny's.
Fine.
They look very similar, just like sisters do.
But yeah, no, I think I'm leaning towards like springy kind of a thing, because we had so much fun with the St. Patrick's Day stuff. I want to add some pink into like some of this green and that sort of thing, and maybe do something with the wire where they go back and forth through some of these beads.
Fun.
And use like these three boho beads that came on the strand.
Yeah, I was just looking at my strand. I haven't cut it open yet, and I was thinking I should really do that today.
Yeah, I'm wearing the bracelet that I used a lot of items from the strand on that, and the button.
Ooh, I can't wait to see it. It has these really beautiful heart crystals. Did you use those? I'm kind of in love with those.
I used the heart crystals in my earrings.
Oh yeah, those would make great earrings.
Yeah, they're in my earrings.
So when you're talking about using them, is this on Becky's YouTube channel?
Yeah, I posted a video.
And it's our YouTube channel.
Our YouTube channel.
Becky and Jenny's YouTube channel.
Becky, yeah.
What is the name of your YouTube channel so Thomas can post it into the comments?
Yeah,
when Jenny Beading together.
Yeah, I kept referring to it as her YouTube channel, and she would get mad at me. But it is Becky and Jenny together.
I love it. But it was originally Becky's, and then you came in.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. And then I changed the name after Jenny was doing this with me more. And I wanted us to still be beading together and having that fun and doing all those fun things. So I was going to grab that button and do like a little with all these pinch beads. I just got to make sure I have enough of all of these beads to go.
I used the button on a bracelet and I love it. I was wearing it the other day, admiring it. Such a pretty button.
Really is.
I think we're really close to selling through this kit. So if you see beads on the table that you really love and you haven't gotten a Lucky Charms design kit yet, you probably want to go grab that soon because they are gone very shortly. And you can use the 10% off coupon code. Look for it on the homepage, softluxcompany.com.
Okay.
One thing that Becky does that's so awesome. Do you do this too, Jenny? She organizes all of her kit beads.
I do.
Yeah.
In fact, it's mine in an organizer, and I'll be organizing the brunch box on our channel. Yeah. We both love it. Yep. We both love to sort beads and organize. So it is definitely a channel thing and not just a Becky thing anymore.
Awesome. It's 100% a thing we do together.
Yeah.
It's very specific to our channel that we do
that
together.
Yeah, it's so helpful though, because you can see everything and just kind of get an overview of what you have.
So one of the ways that I make sure that I have enough wire to do this is I loosely wrap it around 3 times, or just around a wrist. 1, 2, 3. Because twice is like, because you've got 2 going like this, but it's going to be crisscrossing. So that's going to give me enough, plus some extra for crimping on that. And this is the pink tourmaline. It came in the trio for this.
Such a pretty color.
It is. It's perfect for spring. I think I'm going to start with one of these guys on each end. Yeah.
Carolyn says that you taught her how to organize her beads.
I'm so glad.
Helpful.
it always makes me feel really good when people are like, well, I'm using the same organization thing that Becky is using, because, like, you know, when I started out, I was like, what do I do with all my beads? Where do I put them? Where do I keep them? And nobody on YouTube was showing how they organize it or showing where they put things, really. And so I was like, well, why don't we just do that on my channel? Why don't we just, when I unbox it, put it away at the same time, and that way it'll be ready for me to go.
So
when
smart.
I do that. Okay. So I'm just going to go through the pinch beads, and I think I can go through the fire polish beads twice. Let's find out. I think these are wide enough that I can do that.
I would think so. Usually there's enough space.
Okay. Yep. There we go.
And you didn't even need a crimp, right? At your button?
Yeah, no, I just put this bead on there just to kind of hold that down there, and it gives it enough like wiggle room, but it doesn't need a crimp on that yet. So we're gonna save some of those precious materials.
Right? Does feel that way these days.
Let's see, I'm just doing a pinch bead, one of these really light pink hexagonal beads. I love how sparkly they are. And then a pinch bead. And we'll do that on each strand. So this is what I call it, a crisscross applesauce kind of a bracelet. It's basically like 2 needle right angle weave, but without the needle. You've done these before.
I have to check the Joyful Beading calendar because Kristen's saying she thought of you guys today when she did the prompt. So let's see what it is.
It's the make something that your BFF would love.
Oh, make a design that your BFF would love. That's so cute. Good job, Kristen.
And like, we recorded it, but I need to do a lot of editing because the audio is terrible. But we actually did something when Jenny was visiting here, and it was, we took our Tucson bundles that we purchased, and we organized them, and then we traded them. So I gave her mine and she gave me hers, and then we made something for each other from those bundles.
I love
yes
that.
And we recorded all of that. It was so much fun, but the audio quality is terrible, so I am going to have my son clean that up before we publish it, because I know a lot of our friends would still watch it even with like,
yes, of course,
terrible audio. But I would like them to not have to suffer through it as much. So
how
once
cute.
that's ready, we'll get it published, but maybe we'll post our finished pieces on the VIB group today, so you guys can see.
I would love
we made something that our BFF would love.
That's also kind of a full circle moment, because I picked those little goodie bags with my beading BFF and my BBFF, Kristen, and then it came to you guys. That's so fun.
I love that.
You
guys did a fantastic job.
Thank you. We had a really good time, but we were also really exhausted the day that we were picking for those. So doing all the math was excruciating.
I can only imagine.
Kristen,
especially because like
something that says BBFF.
BBFF. Beading BFF. But yeah, it was pretty fun to make with my sister, just in the same space.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, so I'm gonna just keep doing this. I don't know if you want to see what Jenny's making or not.
Yeah, this looks so good. Okay, Jenny, I'm coming to you.
Okay, I think I've tested enough to see if it would work.
It works.
So when I got the trio from you, I was inspired to do this thing. I won't have time to do the whole set on this, but I like to tell stories. And when I saw these 3 colors together, I thought that it was very much like a flower dotted meadow under a blue sky. So this is the green one, and it's got the emerald wire, and I'm just using these crystal AB seed beads to give it form, but the color still comes through. See how? So then I'm going to use the pink tourmaline for the flower section, and here where I'm using these rectangle beads, I'll use these pink hexes and dangle these flowers. So we've got these green dangles for the bottom one, and then we've got this one. And then I'm not quite sure how I'm going to be doing the blue sky. I'm kind of thinking I might connect through these white ones because they're so pretty and they can be clouds.
Yes, cloudy skies.
Down, and I can dangle the squares, or I can just kind of stack some hishis in the middle of this loop instead, because this would be the higher one.
So cute.
That's the idea and the concept. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and get some beads along this length right here. And what I did here is I used, I have it in 2 sizes. I've got 11-ohs and 8-ohs. So I'm doing 3 of the 11-ohs. Am I off camera? I am. Let me adjust a little bit.
The large briolettes that Jenny is using are from the Lucky Charms design kit.
These were in the bead mix.
Okay, they're in the bead mix too. Well, the bead mix is in the kit.
That is true.
You can get just the bead mix and find those, but you could also get the full kit and get all of the parts and pieces.
Exactly, because it will be in the kit. And so all of the beads that I'm using right now are from that. I considered pulling in some of the other green beads from the kit, but I liked this. So that's kind of where I was going with it. But then I am doing one of the 8-ohs. So I've got 3 11-ohs, an 8-oh, and then the silver sparkly ball. And then I'm going to come back out of that with an 8-oh and 3 11-ohs. And then I'll show you how I do my little loop. And I know that this technique has been done before in different ways, but I don't know if you've done a seed bead covered one before.
I mean, either way, it's beautiful, and I'm sure everyone will enjoy seeing what you're making.
Yeah. You know? So then I'm taking one of these little kind of jade style rectangle beads in this like really light green. And then here's where I'm going to do the beads for my loop. So now I'm going to do 5 of the 11-ohs. I've got 5 11-ohs here. And then I'm going to do an 8-oh. The reason that I'm doing that is because the loop that I made, I need to make another dangle. Let me show you how I made my dangle real quick. I do a rolled loop instead of a wrapped loop. Let me make one more real quick. And I just trim it down to about that long, enough to do a couple of rolls. I don't want it really thick. Take my round nose pliers, grab it here. Sorry, tutorial mode. And then just roll it. And then when I get about this far from the bead, I bend that back and continue my roll. And then I have a centered loop above my bead. And then I put on my dangle, and I'll be making dangles in a minute for the other parts. But the reason that I do that is because the 11-ohs might fit through that hole the loop that I just made, but the 8s won't. So it'll hold it in place. So then we do another 8 and then 5 more seed beads. And then we come back to this rectangle bead. And we come in on this other side, like the same side it originally went through. And then just pull it through like this. And it'll scoot down your wire, but until you crimp, it'll be a little bit flexible. And you, while it's laying flat, it's wanting to go everywhere. But when you actually are holding it this way, those guys dangle. See that?
Gravity is good.
Gravity is good. And so you do that, and then you just work on your line beads again. So
Great. So one of the things that I picked up on that Jenny was saying that maybe some of you who are brand new to beading may not realize is the smaller the number in bead sizes, the bigger the bead. And so that is why she's using the size 8 next to her loop, because it's bigger than the size 11, which might slide through that loop.
Just holding that up so you can see that difference in size.
There's always people watching these videos who have never, ever beaded before. And so it's always nice to make sure we're covering all those details so they feel like they're getting the information.
Yeah.
Good job. This looks great.
Thank you. And I'm probably going to leave this and I'm going to start on the other ones just so that people can kind of get an idea how it would look. And then I can finish this off camera later.
Great. I think you can keep going. I see Becky's not at her table. So keep
I'm under my table.
There she is.
I dropped one of my pink hexagonal beads.
Oh, yes.
Underneath. And I've been looking for it. I can't. These are all the other beads I've found underneath my table. Right here. I'm still
file, Becky.
I know.
I used very exciting under her table.
Here's another one.
When I used to close up the Bead and Button show back in the day, there was this huge trade show. I mean, just a big trade show. And there would be people at the end of the show that would literally just walk around and pick up beads because there were so many beads on the floor. It was like a treasure hunt for like, if you could find the best bead that had broken, bead strand had broken and the beads had flown everywhere. It was so
That's
fun.
sort of where I am, but also I'm missing one bead.
Oh no. Can you do it? What will you do?
I might make a small adjustment.
Yeah. Sometimes when something goes awry, something better comes out of it. So
it can happen, yeah.
It can happen that way, yeah.
I had that idea, and maybe we're gonna make a little adjustment. Oh,
or maybe she'll find it. We'll see.
No, that's not a bead.
Turn.
Never mind.
Hopping back to
Sure,
Jenny as she keeps going on her beautiful necklace. Oh, that emerald green looks so good with those beads.
Doesn't it though?
It really does.
I love this color. I'm sad that it's limited edition, but I already bought a 30-foot spool and I'm stocking up on it every chance I get.
I know. Yeah, I know. I'm very tempted to keep it going longer. We'll see how it does this year, but we'll probably bring back a different limited edition color next year. So it'll give a chance to have something else that we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
I figured out how I'm fixing it.
Oh, good. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, I'm coming back over to you.
These yellow flower beads,
mm-hmm.
They are going to be here with these beads right in the middle. That way I'll have enough pink beads for the end.
Perfect.
Yes. And I love how these pinch beads look like little petals or little leaves next to the flowers.
Me too.
Yes. So this is perfectly springtimey. I love this.
They're a really good shape for that. I hadn't thought of it until I see it now. They do look a lot like a little leaf.
There we go. So we're switching from the pink to some yellow flowers next to our big guys. Yep, it'll fix it. And I'll probably find that bead later.
Yes. We have a viewer that says, I was short one bead on a necklace and I had to redesign it and it turned out even better.
Oh, good.
See how it goes.
That's awesome, Shasta.
I love that. Oh, yep, that is Shasta that said that.
Cool.
I love it. I've seen a lot of our friends who come on our late night beading lives in our chat today, and I love that.
That's
so glad
awesome.
that they could come and hang out with y'all too.
What day do you do late night beading?
It's Friday nights.
Friday nights, that's right. Okay, that makes
sense. And it would be at like 8:30 your time.
Oh, really? Late night beading?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And we usually go. Usually, we didn't this last time because I was at Becky's and I actually made decisions really quickly, and so we finished sooner. But we usually go a couple of hours, so people come and go as their schedule allows, and it's just a fun hangout. You should pop in some.
I will one of these days. These kids are keeping me too busy. I'm exhausted by the end of the day.
Well, a lot of folks, they will join us after they've wrapped up their day. Like some people will watch us while they're in bed.
Right. I know that would be me for sure.
To unwind at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But it's just a really great way to just have fun with our beads after a long week. To do some chat with friends and just have a good time.
That's awesome. I love any opportunity to bead, and I love that you guys get together and do that, which is just really, really cool.
It makes us happy.
Yeah, it's even later at the UK. Like we do have people who wake up in the UK or in Europe and have their morning coffee while we're alive.
Isn't that funny how that works? It's so wild.
I love it.
Yeah, and our friend Linda in Australia, she'll pop in and it's the middle of the day for her. So it's not late night for her, but it's close enough. So there's the flowers instead of the hexagons, and I think that this is going to actually work out pretty well.
Oh, I love the flowers there.
Yep. And I could make some earrings to go with it too. I could grab some of the flowers, and when I find that other hexagonal bead that's missing, I'll have enough to do. But it's probably not going to happen while I'm on live because I can't spend the entire live underneath my desk. Nobody will see me.
Well, now you have 2 left to make earrings, so it all works out. And the earrings would match your beautiful bracelet.
Yes.
Well, I have been obsessed with shrink plastic this last week. I can't get enough of it. I'm kind of thinking about it right now, just sitting here.
The shrinky dink stuff?
Yeah. I had a kit that I had bought from Gail Crossman Moore that had parts and pieces and molds from Julie Haymaker, and it was really fun. I used it in my jewelry making club on Patreon last Thursday, and then I've had it out and just been enjoying it. It's so much. It's like a fun, fast project because you can color it with just like Sharpies or colored pencils or, whatever you have handy. And then it shrinks up so quickly. I mean, I don't know. It was just so fun. So I'm going to show some earrings that I made. I should find those.
No, that would be fun.
But I posted them on Instagram as well. They're so light, and then they're colorful, and they're full of texture, and just really fun. Tomorrow I'm doing polymer clay, which is completely and utterly out of my comfort zone, but that's why I'm doing it.
Oh my gosh, but polymer clay is fun. I took a little class with Heather Powers from because she would do polymer clay classes. It was one of those birthday presents to me sort of thing, a full immersive experience. And it's so much fun to learn it. And I have a bunch of beads left over from that. But it's also a situation where I want to do more, but I get so distracted with all the other things that I do that I never have time to sit down and do it.
No, that's what I said when I start. I usually think of a theme every month in my jewelry making club. And this month was National Craft Month. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to schedule myself to do some things that I have wanted to do, that I've talked about, that I haven't done in a while or haven't done much of. And polymer clay is one of them. I was really happy. Christy Friesen sent me her best tips and tricks for polymer clay. So I posted those today and I read those over. But I've never done a video with polymer clay. So it's going to be, like I said, out of my comfort zone, but also I think
it's going to be a fun adventure.
I'm excited for it. I'm really excited. Try something new. I mean, I'm so thrilled. I could do a whole month on this shrink plastic now because I'm just so in love with it.
Expert.
Yes. Christy is absolutely the best, and she is such an expert in clay. So I was like, who better? I guess Heather Powers is another one. I could have probably pulled some information from her.
Yeah.
But yeah, who better to get?
Yeah, no, Christy too. She's such an artist with it. Like, I love her funky art that she does. Her little guys.
Oh my gosh.
Her little guys
are the cutest. My kids, whenever they see them, they're like, I want one. I want one. I'm like, one of these days, I'm going to have to get you guys one for sure.
I think, Linda heard her name. Linda from Gumnut Lane. Yeah.
she had the live on in the background and then heard us.
There we go. I think this is going to be the perfect length. I'm not even going to need to add any other beads to this. I just need to make myself a little loop with my wire.
And what's nice about a design like this is it stretches a little bit because they're linked, right? So it's not like...
Look at this guy.
It's nice. It can fit kind of snugly around your wrist
but not be too tight. Yes. Mm-hmm. All right. So I am going to be using two crimps because I'm going to crimp both of these together, and then I'm going to put a little pinch bead between the crimps, and then I'll do the loop on the other side. That way. I mean, I guess I don't have to, but it'll be a little more designy, you know?
That's pretty. Yeah, I like it.
I could just do 3 passes of wire, but I'm going to crimp these together and then do it that way.
Debbie is admiring how fast that came together.
Well, even with me being underneath my desk for part of it, looking for my dropped beads.
You are amazing.
And then there's me. I'm going to be lucky if I have a finished project.
Oh. Than others. I know Kristen always mentions that I am like a speed beater, and it takes her a little bit longer. She usually does things that are a little more complex than I do, though. So that could be.
Here's that us not being competitive anymore, because Jenny is comparing herself to me. And I remind her that it's not a race. And also, like, I love designs like this that look way more complicated than they actually are.
Right.
Super easy to do.
Yeah.
Doing this. And like Jenny said, she's telling a story with her design. She is
putting a lot of thought into it.
Entire narrative out of it.
That's true.
I crimped them together, and now I'm going to make a loop that goes around this guy. So get the crimp on first.
Kristen says, Sarah is a quick one and I'm a 2-parter.
Mine is definitely going to be like, I'm going to show you the concept or the idea today, but I'm just going to have to post in the VIB group later when it's all done.
Just got her soft touch. Yay.
Sure. Okay, so that is going to be a good enough loop for that.
Really,
or the right size, I should say. One of my favorite things about the soft flex wire is that it is colored wire, so the color becomes part of like the design element.
Mm-hmm.
It always makes me happy when I can show off the wire.
I have not been I haven't been following the Joyful Beading very closely this time around. I've just had a busy month and I've been traveling like back and forth to Becky's and things like that. And there's things I've made that will fit with some of the prompts. And I know one of the prompts is to design with the trio. And that's totally what this is going to be.
Put it in because I don't think you have to do the prompt on the exact day. It's nice for people to see those things on that day. But if you post it later, that's okay too. We just want to see it.
Okay. I will go through what I've been making this month, and you're going to get a whole bunch of posts from Jenny.
Yay! We love it. It's just fun for everyone to see different things that people are making, get different ideas with similar beads. You know, that's always just really quite lovely. That looks so good. Good job, Becky.
I love it. Thank you.
I love it. And it's squishy, so it'll fit really nicely. Mm-hmm. And it's a button, which is pretty easy to be able to put on yourself, which is always nice too. Look at how good the flowers look in the center.
Yeah. Like it was just going to be the pink ones, and then I lost one.
Right.
And couldn't find it. And so I had to change tack.
Yeah.
And it ended up, I think, being the perfect decision.
Yeah.
For my little springy bracelet.
So it's a good reminder as you're beading to be flexible. And if something doesn't quite work the way you want it to, because you're in the middle of creating, you can create it however you want. And you don't have to worry about, sticking to a plan. You know, you can change it up and make it a little bit different, but it'll still work. Very good. Okay, Jenny, I'm coming back over to your mat.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, my wire got a little bit twisty, but I've been developing my other colorways. And they're going to have different shapes to it. So we've got this one that is on the pink tourmaline, and I started to do my my dangles with the same silver head pins, but I decided that this would be really pretty with the gold.
Very
That's
pretty.
kind of a little layer, like splashes of sunlight in our story. Mm-hmm. And then here I've got my cloudy sky one. And this long seed does more of this kind of shape.
That's awesome.
That's the one that I was working on. And because I'm using these other little spacers, I am using some of the 8-0s right up against them. Again, because that's the way it'll fit. I'm hoping that settles. I think it will. I have to get enough beads on there to matter.
I think it's really good. Yeah. So when you put this together, is it going to be a 3-strand piece?
I think it's going to be either a 3-strand necklace or necklaces that can layer.
I see. I love necklaces that can layer. I think that's great because then you can choose any one of them or two of them or all three. Gives you a lot of options.
It does. So I'm thinking I might do this as 3 that can layer. And so I'll have to make this one the shortest one if I do that so that they, can actually layer. So I'll have to think about length.
I think Carrie would like to see it up close. She said, hold up. Is that a loop of beading wire with seed beads mid-design?
It is. Hang on. I'm going to add 3 more beads and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing there. I demonstrated earlier, but if you came later,
you might had quite a few people join us. So maybe another time through would be good.
So these are the beads on the strand. And then I'm about to go through this part of the design again. Hang on just a second. So this part of the design is going to have an, let's see, get that 8-0 seed bead. Okay. So I'm using a combination of 11-0 seed beads, the small ones, and 8-0, the ones that are a little bit bigger. And then I am using a daisy spacer from the bead mix one of these gorgeous white faceted guys, and then another daisy spacer. And then I'm going to string my beads for the loop. So I'm going to start with an 8-0 because I don't want the 11-0s. The 11-0s can fit or get stuck inside that daisy spacer, and I don't want them to. So I use that slightly bigger one. It also gives a little bit of variation to the strand. And then I'm putting on 8 of the 11-0s. Another 8-0. And then my dangle, which is one of these squares that I just did a rolled loop on the top. And then coming back out of that, just doing the 8-0, 5 11-0s. And I chose these seed beads because you could see the beading wire through it. I wanted to feature the colors of the beading wire in this design. And so these are all just the same crystal with AB. Okay, yeah, no, sorry. I thought I forgot a step. I didn't. So these are the beads that are going to form the loop, okay? And then we're going to take our beading wire, come back around to the beginning of this feature moment with the daisy spacers, the white faceted crystal, and then the daisy spacers. And then we're just going to pull that beading wire, and it's going to form itself into a loop. Just snug it right up against your other beads. And while I'm trying to make it flat, it's trying to go everywhere. But when you actually hang it, gravity will do its thing and your dangles will hang down. So
that looks so good, Jenny.
How I made that.
I have someone asking where they can find the video where I used the 9, and I am so perplexed what that means. So maybe more detail. Or do Becky and Jenny, do you have a guess what that would mean?
The 9.
The 9.
I wasn't watching chat since I was demonstrating, so I have no idea. So these are different strands. Again, these are the same seed beads, but they look so different based on what wire is running through them.
I think she had done an earlier comment. Shasta had an earlier comment where she was asking about something where you made something with the Brunching in Style bead strand.
I'm making so many things these days that I'm like, what was that? The Brunching in Style bead strand, Thomas. Look on YouTube and see if you can find the link. I feel like, I think I used it on Friday for Coffee and Craft Wire. That was just last Friday, and I'm still like, what was it? Let me grab that, and I'll show that to you guys at the end. Find it. Oh, maybe it's not upstairs. It may be too far away.
I'm switching back to my pink strand and getting another loop there because I'd started putting them together. And that one is very similar to what I did on the green one. It doesn't have as many 8-0s in it, but we're dealing with a different size, like top bead there.
Mm-hmm. So pretty. I love your bracelet too.
Oh yeah. So this is one I made. I used a lot of the beads and from the bead strand and the charms from the kit and made myself a charm bracelet. This tutorial is on our page. Becky did the unboxing for Lucky Charms, and then I followed up with this design, and then Becky just did another design yesterday that posted. So
awesome.
It was a necklace and earrings with the kit for St. Patrick's Day. Because I wanted a party necklace to wear, and so I used the tassel. No, I used the wrapping tie thing to make a tassel. Yeah. And
cool.
And that was a lot of fun to do that.
That sounds awesome. So that is a video they can find now on your YouTube channel, which I assume
100%
post into.
Yes. And we have a Softflex playlist, and they can find all of those things there if they're not seeing it right away.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. You guys are so organized.
Well, I mean, we can't have a channel that concentrates on organizing beads and then have our videos be unorganized. Like, they all need a place to live.
Yeah, totally. No, and I feel like people find beading not just because it's fun to make jewelry, but because it's also really fun to organize things like beads.
It's part of playing with the beads. Playing with them, figuring out where they go, sorting them, and separating them out.
People love that aspect of beading. Is that part of it? So it makes sense.
I love it so much.
Into your playlist as well.
I'm making some earrings right now to go with my little bracelet, and I'm making my own little head pin with some of the 22 gauge wire. I don't know if people wanted to see that.
We'll jump right back over. I've got one question for Jenny before I leave her table, though. Terry's asking, with the looping method you are using, do you need consistently sized seed beads, or is that not as critical with this? I don't think it's as critical because it's not like peyote stitch where they have to sit next to each other really nicely. They could be a little bit different. Is that right, Jenny?
Yeah, these are just some Preciosa Rocaille, I think is how it's pronounced, seed beads. So they're not super consistent. If I come across them that are either extra fat or extra like skinny, I might skip over them just because I like the aesthetic of it, but it's not necessary. I will say that I did test this using the 8-0, the larger seed beads, and because they're not a consistent size, if I used just the 8-0 seed beads and not the 11-0s, then they kind of jostled a little bit more. Like they would get kind of, up and down different ways. And so the smaller seed bead helps them to lay better. I think when you're making loops, round seed beads work better than cylindrical seed beads. We are showcasing the wire, but I wanted to do it in a very delicate way. If you use cylindrical seed beads, it will actually like have little chinks open on the side as it's trying to make that loop, and it'll show through more strongly. So if that's what you want, you can use those. But for this design that I wanted it to be more delicate, they don't have to be precise, but I am kind of picking and choosing. The really like we've all seen seed beads that are like really not the same. Those I would probably avoid, but these ones that have some slight variation, they all end up working out in the end.
Awesome. That was a great question, Terry, and great answer, Jenny. We're going to hop over to Becky's table. She's got some earrings going.
Oh, yeah, and I'm also putting together some other ones, too. Just because don't forget to, there we go, focused. Okay, so I've got these guys all, I got one done. There. So I just pulled off about 3.5 inches of some 22 gauge wire. I'm just going to make a little head pin with it using my round nose pliers. And I'm just twisting this a couple of times around just to make a little stack. And then turning the wire back on itself to go through that little loop that I just made. And so I've also got these guys. They are some nylon jaw pliers. And they are going to hold that there while I use other pliers and pull my wire all the way through. And it makes a little rosette right on the end.
Beautiful.
Super fun. I love that. That way I have a long enough head pin that I can stack a bunch of beads on it. So this one will go with my bracelet, like that. And this one I was just like, I wanted to do some sparkly guys. So we've got those. And I'm just going to do a simple loop here at the top by bending over my wire, cutting off all but 1 centimeter, and then rolling it up with my round nose pliers. And I've got a little ear wire here that I also made out of the 22 gauge wire.
Perfect.
And there are ear wires that came in the kit. but my ears are weird and they never stay in them. But these ones, I can make a bigger loop or a deeper loop. And so they'll actually stay in my ears for that.
Yeah, we put some really basic findings in every kit, including the Lucky Charms design kit, which is what we've been using today. But it's only a few. So it's always good to have other findings as well, because as you can see, you can make a lot of things with these kits, like a lot of things. So you usually end up needing a little more than what's in the kit, but we like to give you a starting point, especially if you're brand new and you've never beaded before. Sometimes having a little bit of those findings ready to go, and then you can kind of pick and choose what other things you might need to add to be able to keep creating with the kit, because there's always a ton of beads in the kits and a decent amount of wire. It's 10 feet of wire. So yes, Jenny's here too. Say hi, Jenny.
Hey, Zach. That was Jenny this time.
Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Make sure you're entering our giveaway. You'll find the hashtag at the bottom of the screen, #sisters, because we've got our two wonderful sisters here today. I'm trying to become their third sister. And we'll be giving away a $10 store credit at the end of the show, which is coming up pretty soon. So you must be here to claim your prize, however, so stick around.
It's so much fun. I want to see how much progress Jenny's been making.
Okay, let's get over there.
Well, I was just getting to the point where I need to make more dangles, because I should have made all my dangles before I even got on here. I did not.
You didn't know exactly what you were doing yet, right? You were still testing it out. So
I wanted to make sure it was going to look good and that the wire was going to lay nice. Like I said, when it's laying here, you can see this one's trying to like poke up, but when you're actually holding it, you know, and wearing it, it should.
Yeah. Gravity will help with that.
Yeah, gravity will help with that. And as it warms up against your body, that will loosen it and everything too. So
yeah. Oh my gosh, that one looks so pretty with the white and the silver and the blue.
It looks like something that a fairy tale princess would wear, honestly.
Yes, I love it.
Doesn't it just, it's going to be really great. So this is going to be the smaller of the necklaces if I make stacking necklaces, or the smaller strand if I do layered. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to finish it. And so I was working on getting this on here, and I think I'm going to go for, I don't know if I want to do, I'm trying to decide if I want to do 4 or 5 of these loops. So like 5 extend it.
I tend to go in odd numbers, but I don't know that that's necessary. It's just what I do.
But see, I'll have some odd numbers, because if one of these isn't the center, then this is the center. Because of the way I kind of alternated those little groupings back and forth. This can certainly be the center, especially on the shorter, smaller necklace that's right at the collar length.
Yeah, it's true.
So just how much of that do I want up front? Because then I'll, do seed beads or just the beading wire itself around the back.
And the trio you're using is the Lucky Charms trio.
Yes.
Which is
Lucky Charms trio.
The emerald and the turquoise. She didn't just randomly pick these colors. We sent her a trio, and those colors work together just gorgeously.
It really helped this idea come together for me. So we've got our beautiful lush green meadow, our wildflowers here with the pink and the yellow, and our beautiful blue sky with nice clouds.
Do you guys read or watch Bridgerton?
Oh, we do. Oh, we do. And our friends know we do. Dressed up Regency style. We had a late night beading on because Halloween fell on a Friday.
That's Halloween, yeah.
And so we dressed up as Lady Beadington and Lady Crystal Down.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yes,
watches it too. She's been telling me for years that I need to get on the bandwagon, and I keep procrastinating.
We have an inspired by Bridgerton design channel, or sorry, playlist on our channel.
Well, this one might be able to go on that too. It might be a double playlist item.
Yes.
I think it's going to be a fun, like if you can imagine it, like a little bit longer section here, and then
it's very dreamy for
trying
sure.
to drape it a little bit so you can get an idea how those would. But also they kind of tell a color story. You know, they make you think of a sunny,
a beautiful blue sky. Yeah, it's great. It's turning out really, really lovely. Yeah, I'm going to get on that Bridgerton bandwagon one of these days. I can't decide if I should start with a book or just go right into the show.
Well, Jenny is a book reader, and I am not. Well, I read books, but I don't read Bridgerton books. But I do watch the show. So we both come at it from like a different angle. Jenny will sometimes tell me, you know, oh, this is different from the books in this way, and that sort of thing, or give me a little bit of backstory, or something like that. But she also is very good at keeping secrets. So she will work very hard to not spoil me on spoilers on things when she knows things are coming up. You know?
Are there a lot of books?
There's one for each of the 8 siblings.
Oh, okay. 8 books.
Yeah. So when the show first came out, because I already read historical romance, that's one of the genres. It's one of the places I go when the world is crazy and I can just escape. So
yeah,
fantastic way to escape. And so when the show came out, I decided I wanted to read at least the first book before the first one came out. And one thing that is tricky, if you're going to read a book and watch it and you want to do both, you have to keep in mind which one is going to make you happier. Would you rather see the story in general play out in front of you, and then when you're reading the book, imagine the characters as you saw them rather than as described, because there will be differences, and then just have that kind of flesh out and be like, oh, that went a different direction, and like more of a discovery thing? Or do you want to read the book, and then when you're watching the show and things don't go the way you expect, sometimes that can be a little hard to watch. Yeah. So because there are changes. I will say that there are changes between the books and
there always is. Yeah, there always is.
There always is. And I think that there's something to be said for enjoying, like being able to disconnect what your experience already is and recognizing that an adaptation is a new experience that is built upon something that you like, and being able to appreciate the changes as they come up, because you can, instead of being like, oh no, I really wish that they had done that, and then being stuck there.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm a reader, but I have so little time to read because of how busy we are. It's a little trickier. So I feel like I'm waiting to savor, like when I have time, maybe over summer, I'll try one of the books. And
they're really fun. And she has other series if you would like to enjoy things that are kind of adjacent, but not necessarily be like, this is the same story, but going to be told a little bit differently. And is it going to bother you or not? She has a lot of books and series, like the Smythe-Smith Quartet takes place at the same time as the Bridgerton stories, but it's this other family and they interact, and there's like references to those people, but they're not the main stories. There's also the series that she did that was like a generation before. So it was like Edmund Bridgerton's siblings and cousins.
Oh.
And so instead of being the people who would have been their aunts and uncles, instead of the immediate direct family. And then she's got other series that are just unrelated entirely to Bridgerton, but are also really great.
I like what you're putting together, Becky.
Oh yeah.
We bounced over while we were talking to see what you were doing.
I'm just playing around with some beads and stuff, maybe having ideas.
Yeah,
I don't know. Didn't know if I just want like a regular necklace without like a big focal, or if I want to grab some of these like turquoise beads and do a focal with them.
Yeah.
Something
so pretty.
I'm still deciding how I want
sometimes you don't even need a focal, you know?
It's true. It's true. And this would actually look great like this.
They are. Yeah. I'm going to bounce over to our new sale that just loaded today.
Ooh.
We added our new TGBE Spring Fling kit. Is fantastic. It is designed based on Holland tulip fields. It's really, really colorful and beautiful. I think you guys are just going to love it. So you can get that as of today, and we're giving you 10% off any of our kits, including the Lucky Charms design kit that we used in today's video. You will use coupon code BUYKIT at the end of the show in order to check out and get that 10% off. It's good through next Tuesday to be able to get the discount. One of these kits comes with beading wire, findings, and tons of beautiful beads. So it's everything you need, even if you've never beaded before. And if you want to join Kristen and I for the Great Bead Extravaganza, it is coming up in April, and we'll be posting dates as we get closer. But in the meantime, next week, you'll find the Great Bead Extravaganza doing the Great Bead Destash. We're going to be live on Thursday, March 26th for our regular live sale at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And then we will be back for the Great Bead Destash at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern for Softflix Company. But as you can see, it's a full day of destashing. So it'll start out with Humble Beads. Then we'll jump over to Nostalgica with Candy Cooper, Softflex, Bead Shop, The Makery, Green Girl Studios, Christy Friesen, Bedoria, and The Bead Place are all participating. You should be able to find everything you need on the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook page. So if you're looking for any of these people at any given time, take a little screenshot of the schedule now with your phone or device that you're watching on. You can go to the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook page to find where any of these folks are streaming with the Great Bead Destash video. So be prepared to have a really fun day and buy a lot of beads that day, because there's going to be a lot of cool stuff.
Prepare the bank account.
Prepare your bank account. It is not going to be a low-key day for sure. And then finally, I wanted to come here and show you. Here's the new kit. Beautiful Holland Tulips kit. Here is the bead strand.
I love it.
In love with this bead here. Is so beautiful. But there's a lot of good beads on here. There's some really cute little tulips. Acrylic tulips and some crystals, beautiful purple.
I love those lucite flower beads.
Yeah, it's a really pretty strand. I kind of just want to put it on right now and wear it. So we got that going. You can also get the matching bead mix is sold separately. So this is not inside the kit. You can see a really good picture of it on the website. Really, really sweet colors, some yellows and pinks and purples. This plays well with the kit, but is not inside of it for the Great Bead Extravaganza. Here are those earrings I was telling you. I posted a picture of them. I am so in love with these shrink dink.
Love that.
They're so
oh my gosh
cute.
Those are art. Those are art.
No, they are kind of. Yeah, you can put different patterns and different colors. So if you want to learn how to do this, go to my jewelry making club on Patreon. If you want to learn about polymer clay with me, definitely join the club and come hang out with me tomorrow night at 4:15 p.m. Pacific. Also, look for Joyce tomorrow. I'm still going to do the giveaway, so don't go away. But look for Joyce tomorrow morning. She'll be doing part 2 of her bead embroidery. You'll find her on the Softlux Company YouTube channel. And I think I'm going to head to giveaway. Is that okay with you, ladies?
Sounds great.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Let me pull that up. Share screen. Let's see how many people did we have enter today. 65 wozers. Good job, everybody. If you want to enter to win a $10 store credit with softluxcompany.com, it is your last chance to enter. You're going to type in hashtag sisters into the comments. You only have to do it once. It won't count you more than once. And I'm going to be drawing a winner here in just a minute. In the meantime, also, if you could click the like button to let Beki and Jenny know how much you liked being here today and what great designs they did. That is always really nice too. It's kind of a quick and easy way to tell our friends that visit us for a live beading party that you had fun and that you appreciate their being here. So click that like button or the thumbs up button wherever you happen to be watching, whether it's on Facebook or on YouTube. I just see entries are just piling in. I feel bad clicking draw until I know everybody has entered. So I'm going to give you another 5 seconds here to get your entry in. We're up to 71 entries for a $10 store credit at softluxcompany.com. Beki said she won just the other day.
It was Jenny that won.
Yeah. Oh, it was Jenny that won. Oh my God. Terrible.
We sound really similar. So if we weren't looking at us talking, you wouldn't know.
Probably what happened.
We're sisters for sure.
I love that. Well, how exciting, Jenny. I love that for you.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We're drawing the winner. Who will it be? Let us know in the comments if you are here. It looks like it's Dina's art creation. Yeah. Everybody hold off on congratulating Dina until we see she's here. There's 95 of you watching. So when we get a lot of congratulations, it's hard to catch the winner and make sure that they are here to make sure they're here too. There she is. Awesome.
Okay, love that.
So Dina, there's instructions at the bottom of the screen. They basically say to email marketing@softluxcompany.com. Thomas will set up your credit and then he will email you back. If you do not receive an email back within a few days, it means he hasn't gotten your email and we need to figure out what's going on. So you should get an email back with more information once he's received it and set up your credit. Congratulations, Dina. Yay.
Love that. Congratulations.
Beki and Jenny, it was so nice to spend time with you.
I am so glad you invited us to hang out and play with beads, because that is one of our favorite things to do with our friends.
Thank you for letting me be your third sister today. I very much enjoyed it. It was
quite nice to actually meet you.
It was really nice.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think I've done videos with Beki before, but not Jenny. So it was really nice to actually see your face and just get to, talk with you in real time, because it does feel different than just on a video.
It does.
Absolutely.
It does.
So, and I'm grateful for what you guys are doing for building community within the beading world. So thank you for building community in the evenings.
When we learned it from you.
Oh.
Really important what we do on our channel. We wouldn't do what we do if it wasn't for the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, one more time, Thomas, go ahead and post Beki and Jenny's YouTube channel so that everyone can head over there, subscribe to their YouTube channel, maybe check out one of their Friday night lives, and maybe in your pajamas in bed, No
Yeah,
judgment.
yeah. Like either bring some beads or some comfy PJs.
Either way is good.
Or both.
And Becky and Jenny, will you send me pictures of your designs so that we can post them?
Absolutely, yes. Yes, yes.
Okay, awesome.
I'll have to finish mine.
I know. I always feel that way. I'm like, oh boy, I still have a lot of work to do.
And I've got it strung, but I haven't figured out how to finish it. If I want to attach it to a chain or something for this or not.
Ooh, a chain. That sounds nice. It looks really good.
Sparkly beads all play together.
There's a lot of great beads in the Lucky Charms design kit. If you haven't picked one up, we're getting low. So run over and grab some of those kits and bead mixes and trios and whatnot while the getting's good. All right, everybody. I'm going to sign off for now. We will see you again tomorrow with Joyce for bead embroidery. And then I'll be in the Jewelry Making Club on Patreon tomorrow night at 4:15 playing with polymer clay. So, and then I suppose you guys will be live on Friday night, right?
We will. Yeah, we might have a special guest. We're keeping it secret who that's going to be. But
we started a thing this year where we each month are adopting a sister, and we send them. One of the things we do on our meeting is Becky gives me like a sister stash challenge. It's things from her stash, and then I design on the fly. And so we're doing an adopted sister stash challenge where we officially adopt someone as our sister, send them a little bundle that they then open live and design.
That's adorable. I love it.
You are welcome to join us one of these months.
Yeah, over summer. Pick a summer month.
Yeah, okay. That's good to know for scheduling.
Yeah, not during soccer season, which is now like it's all year.
Yes.
All right, ladies, it was so good to talk with you. Good to see all of you out there, and we'll see you again soon. Bye, everybody.